Well, good evening. I hope you're all doing well. Good evening to the YouTube side. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a great weekend and are ready for that Monday. And welcome to the Rumble side. Again, happy Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend and you're ready for the week ahead. Now, real quick before we get started, unfortunately, Flower and Diggy are unable to join me this evening because they're not feeling, well, they're feeling under the weather. So I wish them to feel better very soon. I will miss them. But, yeah, I'm glad they're taking care of themselves. We will, however, finish up the quest of Oatbarten, starting with Nibs Chub. That's a mouthful. That is a mouthful indeed. Hi, Nibs.
Mercy me! Will you hear me out?
The North Moors are a dangerous place. Not 2 days ago I saw a wolf right on the border of Oatbarten. I haven't heard naught like it since the fell winter, though I gather Hal over there might tell you one of his stories of stranger creatures. Now my oat farm has been having trouble with locusts, and the bounder expects me to drive them off. Finding a lost cow or chasing off a fox is my business. I suspect you might have more of a mind for a moving pest. The fields are east and northeast of here. If you can clear those locusts away from my crop, I would offer you a bit of coin. Also keep on the lookout for anything else amiss in my fields. Animals have been turning up dead all over Oatbarten recently. Okay. And you have another quest? You do.
Gracious me!
So,
I need your help.
So, while I'm out killing some pests for him, he also wants me to collect oats. Oh, good. So, I'm killing his pests, but I'm also doing his farming for him. Very good. And, of course, when I logged in this evening, I discovered that it is time to celebrate Bilbo Baggins' birthday. Hello, Drive-By. Thank you for letting me know it all looks good. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Swarm of Locust defeat. Swarm, yeah, I don't know if these count, but I guess we're gonna find out. Yep, okay. So those little pesky clouds of flies count. Yep. Good. There's a locust queen over there. We need to kill 4 of them. And we're almost done with gathering the oats. Surprisingly, without very little problem from the bugs so far. Alright, so that's done. Okay, that's 2 of those down. Alright, come over here, you. Alright. Next. Okay, so there's that. don't I have a... Yeah, I do have an antidote. All right, come on. All right. There. Come here, you. Alright, that's 2 of those down. We need 4 more swarming locusts. Well, you're certainly eager to volunteer yourself. Wow. Okay. We'll just stand here and let them come to me. Need 2 more of those. Huh. I didn't realize that it's fun like that. Alright. Need 1 more of those. Oh, where else is supposed to be looking for anything suspicious in his field? I forgot about that. Huh. Okay. 1 more fly, and we need to find something suspicious in his field. Well, that's pretty suspicious right there. Found something amiss in Nib Chubb's field. Mysterious relic. In the center of the field stands an evil-looking relic, clearly not of hobbit make. You stare warily at the relic, but it divulges none of its secrets. You feel vaguely ill. An unhealthy aura seems to emanate from the relic. Talk to Bungo Grub. What happened here?
It's been a foul day, it has.
You want to know what's happened here? I'll tell you what's happened. Someone has left this dreadful thing right in the middle of my prized pipeweed crop, and it's gone and killed off all the plant. I'm ruined. My pipeweed was certain to take first prize at the annual festival, and now it's all gone. Disaster. I'm sorry. You don't know where it came from?
How rude.
No, I don't, but I have my suspicions. You see Aldrich burrows over there? I think he hauled this thing into my field overnight in order to eliminate my pipeweed from contention. He's had it in for me ever since he saw how well my plants were doing. Well, now they're all gone thanks to that sneak. Couldn't have carried it, you say? Well, he probably dragged it with a team of horses. No, I don't see any ruts in the earth, but I just know he's the one that's done it. It seems unlikely. Do you think there might be more?
Can't a body be left alone?
More? Not in the Shire, I warrant. We'd have heard about it, but I wouldn't be upset if one of these things appeared in the middle of Aldrich's pipe we'd filled. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I understand.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Do you know what this horrible thing is? If you know anything about it, you need to tell me at once. I will not stand for this sort of thing, I tell you. We're honest, respectable folk, and do not deserve to have such awful things placed in our backyards without our knowledge or consent. I mean, honestly, have you ever seen such a thing? Yeah, unfortunately, once or twice. Oh, hi. And we have a wolf on our butt again. I guess we were there long enough for it to respawn. Alright, so let's go return to Nibs. Oh, nope, can't return to Nibs yet. We need one more swarm of locusts. Well, fortunately for us, that's easy. Wow, we are not getting crits for anything. Okay, there we go. Oh, hello, Nordic. It's everyone's favorite happy-go-lucky scamp. It is. Unfortunately, her buddies are not here this evening. They're feeling under the weather. So, she's flying solo.
Oh, mercy me!
You cleared out the locust, and that's well and good. But I'm very worried about those wolves you saw prowling in my field. Insects eating the crops are easy enough, but wolves on my land is something else. I thought I was the scamp.
Gracious me! I need
Oh,
your help.
no. Well, maybe. But, well, Halberth here is a burglar, so she's clearly a scamp. Harberth. Wow, I can't even say her name right this evening. This whole affair is just like one of the old tales Hal Gamgee tells. Most of the hobbits in these parts don't heed much of what he says. I think he spent one too many nights under the stars, and that could play queer tricks on any decent hobbit. All this talk has gotten me to thinking, though. You should see Hal about these wolves. He might know a thing or two. Okay.
Goodness!
Do you get the oats? Wonderful! I will have these bales sent to Hobbiton right away. Oh, well, very good. And I will take those healing potions. Now, I need to go speak to Hal Gamgee. And while we're at it... Oh! Ally? Wait. Did we make friend with the... the Shire? Hold on. Did we? Did we? Matham Society. Yes, we have just made friend with the Matham Society, which is the Shire, by the way. Oh, no, he's not here. Ah, Hal Gamgee.
Hello.
Herds of elk have been coming down from beyond the north bounds, more and more. They have to be running from something. Many of them are spooked to the point I can't even notch my bow before they're deep into a thicket. It's the elk that are bringing the wolves across the Brandywine. Okay, so you want me to go collect some elk meat. You want me to go hunting for elk. Okie doke. We will go do that. How much elk meat did you want? It doesn't say. they cry like that. I already feel bad enough having to kill them. Bring the elk meat to Hal. Alright. Fortunately, we only had to do that once. One time. Alright, Hal. Here you go.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, I found the meat.
Please, stay a moment.
This meat will do fine. Now all we need is to set the trap. Alright, so you want me to set a trap and kill Bone Fang. This Red Baron pizza sucks. Well, I could have told you that. I could have saved you the trouble of eating that. Now, there is a good frozen pizza. If you're in the store, look for something called Screaming Sicilian. Lately, I usually only find it at Walmart, but it has been other places. It's really good stuff. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Because of course. But yeah, I've had their... Why is the Sicilian script? I don't know. That's what they decided to call it. But it's really good. I've had the cheese pizza. I've had the Supreme. I've had the meat pizza. I've had the pepperoni. And they're all pretty good. I mean, it's still not, you know, fresh homemade, but it's a lot better tasting than the cardboard and bin ingredient of, you know, Red Baron or... okay, I was going to say DiGiorno, but DiGiorno's not half bad. We need to go. We're probably going to have to clear out a couple of these. Yeah, we're going to clear out a couple of these first. That's a few more wolves than I want on my butt while I'm trying to fight a boss. Alright. That's 2 down. Alright, come out here where I can actually see y'all while I'm fighting. That would be really, really much appreciated. Alright, that's taken care of. Set trap. And there's our baddie of the hour. Last evening, my Khajiit almost got mauled to death by a saber cat. Came out of nowhere and mauled me good. Yeah, those saber cats are nasty. Come on, come on. There we go. And that is why I got rid of the other wolves before I started. Because those would have been his backup. Fortunately for me, I got rid of them. And he was only able to call one other wolf to his side. Yeah, I got one on my butt. It can stay on my butt. I'm not stopping for it. Alright, Hal. What a story this will make. What with wolves crossing the Brandywine and sturdy folk driving them off. I will have to get old Ronald and Dwelling to write me a letter to my cousin Sam to tell all about it. Oh, this Hal Gamgee is the younger version. Okay. Let's see, so we can get a knife or a dagger. Sam's kitchen knife. That's funny. Hal's old hunting bow or strange flowers. Which, if I didn't have the sleigh bell, I would actually use this because it's +3 to agility, but it's also +2 to stealth level.
Please, stay a moment.
I don't think I'm going to eat any more of this pizza. Yeah, I mean, you could probably add some extra cheese or something on top of it and make it more palatable. But that's about as close as you're going to get to edible with that one. The road to Dwelling is now clear. Albin. Okay, so we need to go back into North Cotton Farm and talk to Albin North Cotton again. And that should be the last of these quests. We're going to take a horse up there. There was another pizza, but I can't remember the name of it. Oh, surprisingly enough, the Stranger Things pizzas are pretty good too. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't eat any more of it if I were you either. Shouldn't be causing your mouth to burn like that. Alright. No, not there. I'm lost again. Because of course I am. Yep, I'm totally lost again. You'd think I was just here recently. I couldn't possibly get lost again. Yes, I am. Okay, so here's where the pipeweed happened. I remember that. And there's the lady with the pipeweed house. Speaking of songs, I was telling y'all a story the other night, and I realized after I got done with the stream that I never did finish the story. So, I was telling you about this young lady whose streams I enjoy watching. I think I'd probably get in trouble for singing that, considering it's copyrighted. But, besides, you really want to hear me sing that badly? I know I don't sing that well. Ah. Wait. Nope. Okay, here's the chicken. Okay, I think... Whoa. I think I know which way I'm going now. But... Right. So, I enjoy listening to this young lady's stream. And I went the wrong way again. And there is this song she starts her streams off with. And it's absolutely hilarious. But apparently YouTube didn't think it was so hilarious because they, I guess took the video for it down. Which is... They got no sense of humor, let's put it that way. Hey, we found our way here. But it's a hilarious song, and I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's made to sound like a 50s tune. Kind of upbeat and catchy sounding.
Is there something I can do for you?
Alright, yep, everything's all done.
Hello?
And what do you got for me? Ooh, that one is actually nice. I will take that dagger. Thank you very much.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Yeah, I'll take that, but I won't be going to dwelling just yet. No sense of humor saying it lightly, yeah. I mean, granted, the song is a bit... How do I say this? Potty mouth. But it's hilarious. And I don't know the whole song by heart, but... Well, I don't know. You want me to sing a potty mouth song? I'm going to get lost going out now. Woohoo! Oh, that's funny. First, I couldn't find the place. Now I can't seem to get away from it. I would be offended if you didn't sing a Potty Mouth song. Potty Mouth is a great band. Oh. Well, I mean, I'll sing a little bit of it so you will understand exactly what I mean. But not much, because like I said, I don't sing that well. I sing like cats being slaughtered, let's put it that way. But let me get out of here first. Nope. Wait. Okay. I recognize that. Because Yeet hasn't got coin for slaughtering cats, slaughtered cat singing. Oh, nope, I went the wrong way again. See, that's what's happened when I get distracted. I get totally turned around in a place that I easily get lost in. Granted, it's a very lovely little spot to get lost in. But still, I prefer not to get lost in it. You know? And actually, I don't even think you see the map for this place when you open up the map. You just see it on the map. North Cotton Pipeweed House. Okay, so I know we're the wrong way. Well, if you carry a tent with you, no matter where you are, you'll never be lost. You'll always be home. Very true. And we actually keep one on us in Skyrim. It's one of those big tents. It has a couple bed rolls and actually some nice accoutrement. Is it this? Okay, no. That's the clock tower. That's where all the farm animals are. You go this way and you go towards... Wait. Please say that's it. Yay! We have made our way out. Oh, that's not good. I mean, I've not run into vampires yet, but I imagine that's nasty business. Oh, that's right. Let's see. So, this song as we make our way to Rivendell to go celebrate Bilbo Baggins' birthday.
How do you do?
Good thing because she has coins to have a couple of cure disease potions. Yeah, I can definitely imagine. We can go straight to we could go straight to Nickel Delving from here? You're kidding. Wait, where else can we go from here? Oh, nowhere else. Okay. We will take the ride to Mickle Delving, please and thank you. So, like I said, I'm not sure what the name of the song is. You can go crazy if you're not careful. Oh, you mean in the game. Okay, good to know.
Hello there.
Right. We want to go to Bree next. Yes, I'm putting off singing the song. Because like I said, I don't sing well. You said you could go straight to Mickle Delving. I said you could also go crazy if you're not... Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking if you got bit by a vampire, you'd probably go crazy too.
How can I be of service?
Nope, we don't want to go there. Depends on the vampire and where she bit me.
Greetings.
Alright. Let's see. I think that stable is Trollshaw's. Yep. Trollshaw's, Rivendell. Oh, look. It's going to cost me 22 silver. Okay. Fine. Frodo will have to reimburse me. I apologize for nothing. Don't worry. I wouldn't even ask you to apologize. I thought it was funny. Alright. So, this song that she plays at the beginning of her videos that YouTube has apparently decided is too insensitive to be played goes a little something like this. Wait. Alright. Okay, I'm afraid to sing it. Not because of the song, but because of my singing. Also, it does not help that I'm listening to the Rivendell song, which is nothing like this song. Yeah, it's hard to sing a 50s tune when you got, like, peaceful music playing in your head. That's okay. I feel like there should have a YouTube and social media for all those who cannot be offended by anything. Well, you know, supposedly we have YouTube Kids for all the stuff that's supposed to be, you know, kid-friendly, and then YouTube for everyone else. And adults should be able to decide for themselves what to listen to and what to watch. Well, within reason. I don't want it to turn into OnlyFans, clearly.
Is there something I can do for you?
You're here to assist with my birthday surprise for Uncle Bilbo.
I'd like to have a word with you.
Harbeth, I'm glad you're here. I'm in need of an adventurer such as yourself to help with the birthday surprise for my Uncle Bilbo. When Bilbo decided to resettle in Rivendell, he did it in typical fashion, as you may have heard, with a bang and flash, disappearing during his own birthday party. In that moment, Bilbo instantly became the subject of many a tall tale and increasingly exaggerated legend. I know he'd be amused to no end to hear these stories, but I myself can't go collect them. The next time you're in the Shire, could you do this for me? Were you? I'd start at the Gaffer. He hears most everything worth hearing, and he will surely know who you should talk to in order to obtain the very best tales. Okay. Funny enough, we get to go back to the Shire. So let's... That's right. We are on the lower floor. Let me run over here real quick. Go to my vault.
How can I be of service?
Dump off a few things. Mainly scholarly things that I don't need to be carrying around with me everywhere. This in here. Do I have anything else I could really dump off? Yes, more recipes. Ah, not a scholar, eh? Well, I'm both warrior and scholar. Well, she's a burglar and a scholar. Now this goes in here. There we go. I guess? Yes. Because the hides and stuff go in chest 1. Or maybe they don't. Where are they going? Oh, in chest 5. Alright, I'll need to sort that later. It's too bad I can't, like, select multiple items and move them all at once. But I can't. So I have to find them one at a time. Ah, I know what goes in. No. Where did that go? Just 7. Anything else? Nope. But that bag looks a lot better. It's only a burglar if she gets caught. Okie doke. That was actually pretty quick for a bag cleaning. But then she is pretty early on. Trust me, The higher level she gets, the more crap she's gonna have in her back. She didn't get caught when anyone knows she was a burglar. I guess if she didn't tell anyone. Nice orchestral music here. I am not gonna lie. The music in Rivendell is lovely. This game is better put together than the Amazon's Ring of Diversity. I would hope so. There's a lot of things better put together than that. Alright, so back to Bree. And then back to the Shire. Let's see how far we... Oh, okay. We're 51 minutes into the stream.
What can I do for you?
I didn't realize we were that far in already. That shows hemorrhaging. Well, I mean, when you make a show that's... I don't know even know who it's supposed to be made for. Clearly not people who know and love the lore. Certainly not people who have read the books.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day. Can I go to Hobbiton, sir? Alright, so we need to go talk to Hal Gamgee. This is why gatekeeping needs to happen. If things were properly gatekept, these liberal tourists wouldn't be allowed to destroy these IPs. And it isn't even just liberal tourists, it's tourists in general. You know, there's a difference between, oh, I'm interested in this property, and you sit back and you kind of enjoy it, and then decide, well, actually, I want to know more about it. It seems like it's for me, or, you know what, it's not really for me. It was interesting, but I'll move on to something else. But instead, these people are like, oh, I'm interested in this property because I saw it in this popular TV show, or, you know, popular movie, or whatever. And then instead of saying, you know what, it's fun, but it doesn't seem to be for me, they're like, well, you know, it could be fun if, and then they list a series of things that they don't like about it, suggesting that they don't actually like what it is. They like their mental ideal vision of what it should be. So, they don't really like it. I will say one good thing about Rings of Power. Morfydd Clark does look good as a blonde. She plays a fan fiction version of Galadriel. Okay, so she's the Galadriel, or, like you said, the fan fiction Galadriel. But yeah, when you pick up a property like that, and then you say, oh, I'm a huge fan of it, But then you also go out of your way to make all these huge changes to it that by the time you're done, this property you claim to have liked is nowhere near resembles what it was. You didn't actually like the property to begin with. That'd be like me sitting down at somebody's TTRPG table to play saying, yeah, I really like this game. Except, and then making a laundry list of things I don't like about it that I demand be changed. I clearly don't like the game and should move on to something else. I joke that Amazon could have saved $1 billion by just buying up used copies of Tolkien's work and take them to a field and light a fire with them. The outrage would be the same, but not the cost. Right? In fact, one of the reasons I canceled my Amazon Prime subscription wasn't just the Rings of Power, but the fact that they decided to promote that POF show by slapping images from that onto my audiobook version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The two had nothing to do with each other, and yet they thought it was okay to put their Rings of Power images on audiobooks that should have Aragorn, should have Orwin, should have Frodo, Sam, anything but their show. Which at this point I'm not even calling Lord of the Rings, I'm just calling it Rings of Power. It's okay, the other night I was watching a movie on Prime and didn't click off right away. And instead of going to something similar, it popped on Rings of Power. Yeah, it's because they're so desperate for viewer numbers that they resort to tricks like that to prop up their failing ratings. Gaffer! Hello. So that Hal Gamgee up in Oatbarten is not the Gaffer, but they're related.
What do you need?
Why, hello. Frodo sent you to talk to me then. What's that young fry up to now?
I've no chuck with strangers.
So you're here to collect stories about Bilbo Baggins, are you? Heard that I would know who to talk to. Naturally, you're correct. Give me a moment, and I'll write you down a list of likely hobbits to speak to. Mind you, you'll need to catch them at just the right time. If they don't seem to have a story for you, check back on them in a while. If you want to hear every story, you'll need to have some perseverance. I unfortunately like Prime mainly because it offers me more of the things I want to watch than other streaming services. Can't stand their politics, though. Well, most places are a little too political for my... excuse me, my taste. Alright. So, Gaffer's list.
Is there something I can do for you?
Right then, here's that list. You'll want to give it a quick look to make sure you can read my handwriting. Mind you, remember what I told you, not everyone's going to have time to talk to you at once. So, he's given us a list of hobbits to speak to. Ted Sandyman, Sheriff Robin Smallborough, Dudo Chubb, Lobelia Sackville Baggins, the Storyteller. I love that this poor hobbit doesn't even get a name. She's just called the Storyteller. Hal Hornblower, Boggo Chubb, Lotho Sackville Baggins, a Hobbit Child. Again, the poor child doesn't get a name. Hereward Loamsdown, Holly Hornblower, and Postman Grubb. would you like to have a name like Chubb? I'd probably be changing it as soon as I could. Seriously. But these are hobbit. It has a completely different meaning to them, I'm sure. Alright, speak. Oh, we need to speak to the gaffer again. The heck? I changed my name to I'm Emma Chubb. Ha 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 ha.
Just a moment.
That note makes sense then. Were I you, I'd probably start by talking to Ted Sandyman. Just follow this road out to the east, turn south. Ted's standing just south of the Bywater Bridge. I know Ted's got time now, so he'll be happy to share his story. Alright. Again, I apologize for nothing. Nor, I'm not going to sit there and ask you to apologize for anything. Because, oh my god, you told a funny. I don't see any need to apologize for that. Ted Sandyman. Hello.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Sure, I'll tell you a tale of Bilbo Baggins and the disappearing act he pulled at his birthday party all those years ago. Just lend me your ear for a moment.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Well now, what I heard is that Bilbo had just about had it on his birthday. So many people, all of them bickering and squawking and trying to sneak into Bag Inn and look for treasure. Anyone would grow weary and want to be done with it. Bilbo was always an unconventional hobbit. So what I heard tell is that he decided to give everyone a good scare and sneak away. Went to go enjoy himself where all his family wasn't, and went round to all the taverns and inns trying their brew. Now, from what I hear tell, no one's quite sure what really happened after that, but my brother's son's friend's cousin works down at the Green Dragon, and he swears he shipped off a barrel that was heavier than the others the next day, and that it rolled funny, like something was in it. Didn't think to question it until after the fact. My guess is that Bilbo enjoyed himself a bit too much, found himself in a cozy barrel, and got shipped off. Goodness only knows where he is now. I wonder what interesting brews he's gotten to try in far-flung land. Okay, that was a tall tale. Let's see if we can find somebody else who'd like to tell us a story. We'll start with the Baggins up here, and not the Sackville Baggins. I mean, you're like, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm like, yeah, and I'm sitting here thinking the song with like, well, a boatload of dirty words. All right.
What do you want?
Oh, you're wondering what Matt Baggins has been up to? Huh. He was all cleverness and no sense, if you ask me. I know a right amusing story of what mischief he's gotten into. I surely do.
What do you want?
Well now, last I heard is that old Baggins has completely squandered his fortune, although I never myself believed it was half as big as folks said, so it wouldn't be that hard to lose now, would it? But as I was saying, with his fortune gone, I hear he went to one of those big folk towns and got himself the finest fake beard that the remainder of his money could buy. Now, don't start laughing yet. You ain't heard the rest of it. And you remember what I said about him being too clever without much sense. Well, fake beard obtained, he went to live with the dwarves. Yes, dwarves. Snuck right in there with them in their caves and their digging. Dwarves aren't too smart from what I've heard, and those caves gotta be mighty shadowy and smoky from the torches, don't you think? Figure with his beard he can hide and work right alongside them, all while slowly building up a new fortune of pocketed gems and fine metals. I bet he'll be back again, lording his adventures and supposed fortunes over us all once more. Okay, so Motho is full of it. Now, let's see what Lobelia says.
I want a word with you.
Oh, all anyone talks around here is Bilbo Baggins. But as it happens, yes, I do know quite a juicy bit of information that I don't mind sharing with a person such as yourself. She's such a snot.
Well,
Listen
you're
up now.
full of some folk.
Shut up. Listen up now, and you might learn something worth knowing. Earlier that day, the day of the party, that is, I'll have you know I saw Bilbo sampling a good many of Holly Hornblower's pies. They always look delectable, but I swear she uses secret ingredients that would put off even the staunchest eater. Not that I'm jealous, mind. My pies always come in second, and I have an easy mind knowing that they are made of only the finest fruit, not any new nonsense I hear tell of, not like some people I know. And if that's good enough for me, well, pardon me, what was I saying? Right, Mr. Bilbo. As I was saying, I've heard that Holly was experimenting with sneaking in ground-up mushrooms pinched from former Maggot's field. If you listen to the young fry around these parts who snuck into his field and eaten some, you know they have some awful queer effects. So if you want to know what I think, and you clearly do as you're asking me, well, I think eating those pies up and disappeared, Bilbo. Good thing that odd Gandalf was around to cover it up with a puff of smoke and save us all the scandal, although some might think that there could have been an important lesson to be learned had he not. No, you can't. You cannot trust them at all. Alright, so we've heard them prattle on for far too long. Listening to more than a couple sentences out of their collective mouths is far too long. But I wanted to hear what wild tales they had to tell. Now we need to listen. Robin Smallborough, Duddo Chubb, Storyteller, Hal Hornblower, Bogo Chubb, The Child's Story, Hereward Loamsdown, Holly Hornblower, and Postman Grubb. Cute little place. Cute, cute, cute. The little house is very cute, too. I would live in that. It's probably very cramped, but I think it would be very charming. And I think they have changed this over the year, because it used to be that you did have to wait. You could only do 2 of these at a time, and then you'd have to wait for it to cycle. And it looks like they've changed it so you can actually talk to everybody at once now. So they really need to change the instructions for the quest, too.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Looking for stories about Bilbo, are you now? Well, as postman, I know most people and hear most things. I can certainly spare some time to tell you a tale. And we will hear that as soon as I have some water. Alright. Let's see what story the postman has.
Just a moment.
So you're wanting to know where Bilbo has gotten himself off to? Well, if you ask around these parts, folks will tell you all kinds of nonsense. He got kidnapped, or is flying his own dragon, or is leading a fighting tribe of spiders. The gullibility of hobbits is sometimes not to be believed. They'll latch on to any story they hear, and the more exotic the better. Can you imagine Bilbo doing any of those things at his age? Gracious, he's a unique sort of hobbit, but he's got his limit. I can see you're the sensible sort, so I'll tell you the truth. Bilbo's always had a terrible fondness for elves. Downright unsettling, if you ask me, but he was never one to hold with convention. Anyway, he decided to spend the rest of his days with them, invited by the elvish leaders and all. He spent his declining years living with them and enjoying their hospitality, all while writing his memoirs in the form of one-act plays. Where there's smog, there's fire. I hear that the Buckland benefit of the benevolent Bucket Brigade Brotherhood for the bruised and burned has exclusive rights for the opening. So out of everybody so far, the postman has pretty much the closest version of what happened to Bilbo. So the rest of these should be pretty wild story. Okay, Dudo.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, collecting stories about Bilbo Big Shot Baggins, eh? More than enough of those to go around, to be sure. Luckily for you, I happen to know the truth of the matter of that odd disappearing act he pulled at his party. Yes, I do. Uh-huh. Okay, let's hear your tale.
Oh, good day.
As I was saying, here's what happened at that birthday party of Bilbo's. You see, when he was on his adventures, he met up with a pile of dwarves. Yes, dwarves. Anybody who knows anything knows that some of them dwarves got mighty peculiar after losing their home in the mountains far off for that long time ago. Since then, stories say some of them been known to be a roaming band doing nearly anything to squeak by, and that would breed loose morals if you ask me, assuming they ever had any to start with. Can't ever be sure what people not of the Shire. No, you cannot. I heard that one of these dwarves helped Bilbo dig a complex of tunnels under Bag End, and he simply popped down into these at an opportune moment. Goodness only knows what he's been up to since, but you can bet it's something no respectable hobbit would be caught doing. So basically, he says that Bilbo's got a giant network of tunnels under his house, and he's living in it. Okie doke. I mean, it's not as wild as some of the other tales, but it's definitely a little out there. I think he's insinuating that Bilbo is being naughty in the tunnels under Bag End. I think he's... yeah, something like that. Holly Hornblower. I'm gonna steal one of your pies. Wow, that's a big pie. Oh my god. You could feed the whole family at Thanksgiving. That pie. Alright. Baggins Birthday.
Please, stay a moment.
What's that? Oh, you're wondering who Bilbo is now. Turns out you asked the right hobbit. I bet I did.
Hello.
I'll have you know that I have it on excellent authority that on his travels, Bilbo met a whopping massive bear. Yes, a proper large bear, not like the little ones what been around these parts. And what did Bilbo do? No, don't be silly. The bear didn't eat him in one gulp. Imagine the indigestion with all those brass buttons. Now, Bilbo might not be a proper hobbit, but a hobbit still he is. And that means he was carrying any number of delicious things the like of which that bear had never smelled or tasted before. With those, clever Bilbo tamed that bear. Indeed he did. And that's not the end. No, not at all. Just getting to the best part, if you believe it. Radagast the Brown, you've heard of him, yes? Keeper of animals, they say, and proper wizard in his own right. Well, Radagast heard about Bilbo and the bear, and he was so impressed that he trained old Bilbo to be a lore master. Neither jesting nor joking, am I? That's right, the first hobbit lore masters are Bilbo, and he rides around now on his great bear, accompanying Radagast all over the lands. I'm sick of getting tales from right hobbits. How about we find some left hobbits for their tales? Well, considering none of the hobbits have been right except maybe the postman, or they really write hobbits? Okay. So we still need 1, 2, 3. There's 6 more. And 2 of them happen to be right here.
Stay and have some tea.
Bilbo Baggins you're asking about, eh? Most folk think he's off gallivanting goodness knows where. But I've got quite a different story to tell if you'll listen. Okay?
A lovely day, isn't it?
So you're wondering what Bilbo's been up to since he disappeared, eh? Well, as it happens, I heard that he's not in some far-off land at all. He's right here in the Shire. The whole party business was an elaborate ruse to set people talking and murmuring and thinking that he's in some far-off land, having more adventures. That was just Bilbo's way of creating a distraction, while he crept away to hide in plain sight. Folks say that at night you can sometimes see him, clothed in black, face hidden behind a dark mask with an even darker cape, all flapping and flowing behind him, riding along the roads of the Shire. He's turned vigilante, protecting us all from bandits and goblins and anything else nasty trying to creep into our town. Bilbo's managed to stay out of sight so well due to his hidden hobbit holes all over the Shire. They were built in secret and paid for by his fortune, and he roams between these, never spending too much time in any one spot, always listening and waiting for danger to appear. So essentially you just said that Bilbo Baggins became Batman. Okay, I have to admit that's the most creative one so far. How does Alfred call Batman to dinner? I don't know. How does he call Batman to dinner? Dinner, 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 Batman. Oh, very funny. And you had to have watched the old Batman in was it the 50s, 60s to understand that, but yep, I got it.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Bilbo, eh? Now, folks will tell you any nonsense about what happened to Bilbo at his birthday party. But what's the fun in that? It was all smoke and mirrors anyway, if you ask me. The real story is in what happened after, which, as it happens, I know all about. Yep, the good old Adam West Batman. I remember that was in syndication when I was a kid.
Is there something I can do for you?
Now I keep my ears to the ground, I do, and I can tell you with complete confidence that Bilbo went on back to the elves. He always told such stories about them, the likes of which you wouldn't believe. They say that an elf queen has been teaching him to grow the biggest taters a person could ever hope to see. Leave it to Bilbo to go all the way off to the elves to gain knowledge just so he can steal the first prize ribbon from Farmer Maggot at one of these farmer fairs. Some folk would just try harder in their own garden plot. But Bilbo just could never do anything the easy way when he could have an adventure instead. I imagine he'll be back any day to wipe that smug smirk off Farmer Maggot and break his 60-year winning streak. Okay, he was half right. He did go to the elves, but it certainly wasn't to learn how to grow potatoes. Not even sure the elves know what a potato is. Now, I think there's 4 more left. A couple of them are most certainly in here. Let's see how many of them are in here. I'm saving those 2. Wait, there's the sheriff. Oh, they're all in here. All right. That was convenient. Let's start with Hereward.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, you're collecting stories about Bilbo Baggins? I know a grand of one for you. Wait, I know a grand of one for you. That fellow's been some places and seen some things. Yes, he most certainly has. I think that's supposed to say I know a grand one for you. They kind of need to fix that.
Hello there.
I heard that Bilbo got up to a whole mess of adventure after his party, but you're wondering what he's up to now, yes? Well, I'll tell you that I heard that in the end, he ran into some of those big folk what ride horses all the time. What are they called? The Riders of Ronald? Roger? No, nearly there. Tip of my tongue. Rohan. That's it. I heard he got himself a war pony, and that they taught him to be a proper horse master and all. Rides in the company of Drattit was the fellow's name. That's not it either. Hang it all, give me a minute. Theoden, that's the chappie. Our Bilbo's right there, riding in the company of big folk with banners streaming and horses whinnying, all across those big plains of grass tall enough to hide a hobbit, or so I hear. Okay. I mean, it's a wild story, but one of the more plausible wild stories.
Stay and have some tea.
What's that you're asking about now? Old Mr. Bilbo, you say? Why, certainly I know what happened at his birthday party. Listen up, and I'll tell you the true facts of the matter. All right, Sheriff. What do you got to say?
Hello there.
Bilbo Baggins was something of an eccentric around these parts. His adventures created enough stories that you can still hear new ones every day. Why, I was just recently talking to my niece's cousin's sister-in-law's nephew the other day, and he said that he knew what really happened at that funny birthday party. All the folks in these parts attended it, but what with the food and the drink and the dancing and all the youngsters underfoot, only a few folks really witnessed the actual disappearing act. My niece's sister's cousin, you get the picture. The lad I was talking with, he says that he saw that wizard Gandalf pop old Mr. Bilbo into a giant sack, just visible through the fog, he said, and Mr. Bilbo squirming and wriggling like anything. Then they just vanished into thin air. Goodness knows what happened to the poor chap after that, but honestly, with the stories folk tell about his adventures and associates and going on, what other end can a hobbit expect than a sticky one? Okay, that was a bit of a tall tale. One that painted not Bilbo. Gandalf is the bad guy. Oh, you're saying that the ivy bush looks a little spacious? Actually, it's a nice little place. Even got a little stage for people to play music. You know, I think they have one at the Prancing Pony. I always knew Gandalf's fascination with hobbits was a bit much. Well, Gandalf was fascinated by the fact that no matter what, hobbits generally tended to remain pure of heart. They weren't easily swayed. Oh, wait a second. There used to be a door. Where'd it go? Hold on. Before we continue. Whoa, wrong way. No. Well, that's just inconvenient. For ages, there's been a door there. A door that led to the Inn League once you got kindred with them. And you could talk to the vendors in there and get little reward. But now it's gone. Now we'll have to look it up and see where it disappeared to. That is annoying. All right. Now, we have 2 stories left. We will start with the storyteller.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Bilbo Baggins could single-handedly keep me in business for years to come. The way folks around here swap stories about him. I'll gladly tell you my own personal thoughts on why he disappeared from his birthday party, though. All right.
Is there something I can do for you?
Some around here weren't sure about him, but I miss dear Bilbo. He always had such an air of mystery about him, which is saying something, since the only air most hobbits have about them is one of pipeweed and their last meal. Bilbo was refreshing, he was. Shook us all up some, and that's a good thing, no doubt. We need some rousing out of our usual routine. Not all of us have the constitution to be explorers, so it's a precious commodity indeed when we get a hobbit with real stories to tell. Anyhow, I hear that Bilbo was getting bored, and can you blame him? So when Gandalf was setting off his lovely fireworks, Bilbo grabbed onto one and off he went, soared off into the skies in a trail of sparks. Now shake your head if you like, but I think that Bilbo Baggins could do just nearly anything he put his mind to, and I'm not changing my story. Oh, I'd love to know where he landed and what mischief he's gotten up to since then. I surely do hope he returns home again, or I might just explode into a starburst myself from curiosity. Love how she claims all homage to his spoken part. But pretty much that's what she said. All right, we have one final story, and I saved it for last because, well, let's sit down with her. I mean, she is a child after all. Well, hello.
Please, stay a moment.
Excuse me, what's that you're asking about? Oh, yes, I know lots of stories about Bilbo. My mom tells me them some nights when I can't get to sleep.
Is there something I can do for you?
My mom tells me stories about Mr. Bilbo some nights when I can't get to sleep. My favorites are the ones about Lonely Mountain with the dragon and the treasure. I'd like a dragon, I think, but only a nice one, not a nasty one. My good dragon would live with me and bring us shiny things to play with, and I'd fly him around in the sky. Dragons are terrible clever, you know, and so mine would tell me stories and teach me things that only dragons know. But you know, I keep thinking about that poor mountain, why it's even called the Lonely Mountain, and that was when it still had a dragon friend of its own. But since Bilbo scared off the dragon, I bet that mountain is even lonelier. I feel so bad for it some nights. I just cry into my plush sheep Petunia. But then I thought about the nice Mr. Bilbo, and I bet he feels the same way. I bet he went back to that poor mountain to keep it company. If I were him, I'd bring it another dragon, but a nice one this time to keep it company for years and years and years. I bet that's just what he did. And that's why I saved that one for last. She's so adorable. And she's got the cutest little story of all. Okay. So now we've listened to all the stories about Bilbo. And there were some pretty wild ones. And one or two that were closer to being accurate. And then there was a very, very sweet one. And actually the storyteller's was kind of sweet too. They were both, out of all of them, yeah, out of all of them, and those two had the sweetest little stories. But now we need to talk to the gaffer again. Alright, gaffer, I've talked to everyone.
Is there something I can do for you?
You managed to speak to all the hobbits on my list then. Wonderful. If that's what giving you what you need, off with you then. Time to take these stories to their final recipient.
I've no chuck with strangers.
I imagine these stories have someone waiting for them. Off you go now. These counters are literally popping off the counter sheet. Ha. Wait, what counters? Alright, we are going to take us a slow ride back to Delving, because we're almost done with this. And I don't know, sometime back, like before we started reading all these stories, I did promise I was going to share a little bit of that song with you.
How do you do?
And you will just have to forgive me this once for saying a swear word or 4 or 10. I'm punching and getting ready to clip the counters for Death Valley and its supplement for Great Battles of the American Civil War series from GMT Game. Death Valley covers the Shenandoah Valley. That sounds interesting. Alright, we ready? Ain't that a kick in the cunt? I'm going fuck, buggity fuck. How many kicks can the stupid cunt take? Waking up today was a huge mistake. I woke up in a world of shit. Spilled hot coffee on my tit. I think I saw my neighbor's dick. Gross. It's gonna be one of those days. And then it repeats the chorus. And there's some more of it. I haven't learned it all yet. But, yeah. Like I said, it's a parody of a 50 poppy song. That sounds like something I come up with around nowhere. It's an actual song. It's on Spotify. And she starts every stream with it. Right before she officially starts. That is the song that plays. Be honest, it's hilarious.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Let's see. We want to go to Bree. Because I don't think, we can't. We could go to Dulon, but we don't need to go to Dulon. We need to go to Bree, so we could go to Rivendell. But yeah, I mean, it's just like... I'd say her starting her streams with that song is almost as iconic as the Dungeon Delver ending every one of his streams with the Owlbear song. Among a number of historical periods, I am very much into the history of the American Civil War. Okay, among a number of historical periods, I am very much into the history of the American Civil War is near the top of my list. Yeah, I mean, my roommate into the Civil War. Probably a little tiny bit more knowledgeable about World War II. But he's definitely into historical stuff like that too. Alright, hello.
How can I be of service?
And we want to go back up to Rivendell, please, and thank you. Because there's somebody very special we need to go talk to now. I like history. I'm just not very good at remembering things like historical dates or anything. So it makes it a little hard for me to remember certain things. Plus, I'm more interested in the human element. Like, I couldn't tell you about any of the battles of World War II. But I could sit there and try to imagine how people lived, how they felt, what they did during the war. You know, food rations, gas rations, women taking over in the factories because the men had to go to war. The constant air raid sirens in Britain and how people had to hide because they were getting bombed. Which I imagine utterly scarred a whole generation of people. Those are the things I think about. Because I find people interesting. And we have reached our destination. Hello, Bilbo. Happy birthday.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Why, hello, Harbreth. Many salutations, I'm sure. And what has brought you here to me on this fine day? Tell Bilbo the stories you've collected. For me, I like classical antiquity, ancient Mediterranean world, biblical period, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Hittites, Samaria, etc., Dark Ages, Crusades, 100-Year War, Age of Musketry, World War I, and World War II. I'm also a huge Western fan, so the Old West is my favorite period. So you really you're big into history. I bet you Mesopotamia is fascinating. Alright, so we're telling him our stories. Indeed I am. I've been fascinated by history since I was about 11. Hey, that's a fine hobby to have.
How do you do?
Stories from the Shire. All of them about me. I can't wait to hear them. Please tell me your tales. So Gandalf popped me in a sack and carried me off, did he? I'm sure to share that one with him later. He'll enjoy it. And oh, dearie me, not sure I can find that sweet child a real dragon, but perhaps I can send her back a plush one in secret. Charming. Simply charming.
Oh, good day.
Oh dear, oh my. They're even better than I thought. The imagination of hobbits truly knows no bounds. The Lonely Mountain, holly hornblower's pies, a caped crusader even. Oh, gracious and goodness me. You have made this old hobbit very happy, and brought me belly laughs such as I have not known for a while. Elves, for all their charms, have a more esoteric form of humor. I've missed the old hobbit stories. Take this with my thanks. Clearly you have a knack for recording and telling tales. I hope you keep that up during your adventures, as I sense you will have a great many stories to tell. Okay. So we finished that, and after all that, we get, as a reward, a housing decoration called Scribe's Book Stand. It says a gift from Bilbo Baggins in gratitude for the stories passed along to him on his birthday. Bilbo has given it to you with hopes that you will put it to good use recording the stories of your own adventures. Well, I just happen to know the right hobbit to send that to. And I'm going to do that right now. Alright. And, well, since I did send it to her, we should go visit her now. So, without further ado, we shall bid Harbrith a fond farewell. And thank you for doing all that. No, not more stories. We've done with stories. But, well, we did just send a very lovely little housewarming gift to Fistula. So, we're going to visit Miss Fistula. And this is a hobbit. I should take her out more often. She is adorable. She is the cutest hobbit brawler this side of Brandywine. Okay. And we find her at home. And her home is in the Lindleby. You can see it's very well decorated. Got her gardens. One of these is actually a farming plot. I don't think she's a farmer though. No, she's not. Prospector, weaponsmith, and woodworker. You know, she's a brawler. I don't think woodworker's doing her much good. I might change that for a farmer. Why not? You'd love to build a diorama replica bag end? I say go for it. She's got her cows here. She got her little wagon for when she goes on trips. She's got her barn over here. Her windmill. Her little market. She's got her very own little market where she sells her crops and her eggs and her honey. And the hobbits can come buy things from her. And there's her chickens. And of course, she has to have a few flowers, because flowers are nice. And because hobbits do come visit and buy things, she also keeps, well, she keeps food for them, and they can give her a few coins and come and sit and eat. Oh, and up there, if you can see up there, she even has a little stage where the hobbits can come and put on plays. She's also got a hammock up here, should she choose to take a nap. Very nice hammock. And, well, here's where all that food that gets cooked. The food that she feeds all the hobbits down there. She thought of everything. She is a very thorough hobbit. Now, I think the interior might still be a little scuffed. But here's a bedroom here. And here's a study. A little bare, but okay, to be honest, they don't give us enough hooks for much decorating. They really need to improve the number of hooks they give us. Another bedroom with a little bitty hobbit bed. Not much else in it. Here's her bedroom. Game Workshop makes re-sign Hobbit home front, windows, and chimneys. Pricey, though, but it's possible at some point. I bet if you had a 3D printer, you could probably find things that you could print and make a diorama. And she's got a little cat sleeping on a cushion here. It's very cute. Clearly, it's her cat. You can add things to the home, yes. But like I said, it's the hook. There's a severe lack of hooks, especially in a house this size. And they really need to like double the number of hooks. Of course, come down here to the kitchens. We've got freshly baked bread. We've got a nice oven here. I was considering getting a 3D printer at some point because I do model, build, and also paint historical miniatures, so printing terrain pieces would be worth it. Yeah, it would be. I would probably go with one of those resin printers, although the ones that use the, what do you call it? The filament can be pretty nice too. That's what my roommate has, one of those filament 3D printers. And there's all sorts of things you can find online for printing. And we've got, whoa, what's going on here? I think they kind of screwed up the lighting here a little. It never used to be like that. Okay, they've messed this up. Neither. When he uses his, it's for things that YouTube doesn't like us to talk about. Things that go pew pew. Let's see if I've got any hooks. Oh, I even have one of these already. I guess we're going to have another one. I knew he was a science fiction gamer. Oh, this is empty. But do we want to put it there? I mean, hold on. Nope. Want to keep that. There's another cat. So she's got two cats sleeping here. This one's a little gray tabby. This one's empty. We could put it here. Oh my goodness gracious, he's got so many things. Okay, so we need to turn that. And we need to Would you believe me if I said the closest to modern weapon I have fired was the U.S. model 1861 Springfield percussion cap rifle musket? Yeah, I would believe that. Candle light. Hold on, what all we have here? Rainbow. Maybe we can fix this flickering out here. All right. So that would be, where is that hook? take that off. Okay. We'll take that off. Soft white. That's better. It's still got that nasty flicker thing going on, but it's not as bad. Oh, and I heard it. Where is it? And there's a third cat. So she has 3 cats in her house. Well, she is a hobbit. She doesn't like, what do you call them? Rats. Okay, so that is that. That's full. That one's full. I think the only decorating hooks we have open out here are rug hooks. Wait a second, what? I don't think any of those are going to fit there, dear. Simple long fire pit. Long fire pit. Laden banquet table. Can I put the butterflies here? Huh. Apparently I can. I did not know that. So you probably can't really see them because, well, they're butterflies, they're small. But you put that down, and then you have some butterflies flying around. Yeah, you could barely see that. What else do I have I could put here? Decorative fire pit. Whoa, that's big. That was in my face. But we already have one, so I'm not going to put a second one in. In fact, we have a nice big one over here. Dinner for 2. Laden banquet table. Gardener banner. Huh. I guess. Could put a well here. Why not? Makes sense for a hobbit to have a well on their property, right? I fired the brown bee bess, and Charleville Flintlock musket lot when I did American Revolutionary War reenacting. Never did get to fire Flintlock long rifle. Again, that's what she said. And that is a basket full of fish. Because, well, she can come out back here and do some fishing. You know, I don't think this wall used to be here either. Yeah, they've made a few changes. Not all of them for the better. This flickering light is kind of disturbing. She can even go swimming here if she wants. That's why I chose this house, because it's got this, like, secret backyard, and it's just really fun. Got multiple waterfalls, all the water a hobbit could possibly need. Plenty of pantry space. I mean, these are all pantries. Pantry. 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 It is a hobbit. You have to have multiple pantries. Now, I think that's everything. Do I have space to shove anything in here? No. How much gold does she have on her? Not enough to expand it, I don't think. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what to do with all this junk she's got. You need at least one pantry per meal. Well, that would mean she'd need at least 5 pantries, and she only has 4. She even has a property guard, and that is Miss Marigold. That is Bingo Boffin's cousin. And I did not do this intentionally, but when I made this character, I kind of made her look a little bit like Marigold. The actual Marigold does not look that bad. The property guard itself does not look that great, but yeah. I did accidentally make her look like Marigold, which I always thought was amusing. Lindleby is a really nice neighborhood. It's one of the premium housing neighborhoods, which means you have to actually spend LOTRO points to get one. Another place to go fishing. I could have made her look like a goblin. Ugh. There are goblins in, is it Dunland? Called Buggin. And they look like, well, they look like a cross between a goblin and a hobbit. And I don't even want to know how that came about. But, yeah. And this is one of her horses. This is actually one of her horses. See, which one is that? That's the Steed of Starlight. So, you go under skills, mounts. That's this one. So you can use your actual mount as decoration. No, I don't think so. I think they just happen to look that way. It's still kind of gross to think about. And this is the pathway leading up to her house. I mean, her house is very, very secluded. So, she gets a lot of privacy, but she also gets a lot of visitors because of her market. That's the best of both worlds. I want to know what Peter Jackson was smoking when he thought the goblins from his Hobbit series looked good for the movies. I don't know. That's another Hobbit house for sale. Nice little Hobbit homes here. Another nice one. Right next to a stream. See, if you're a Hobbit, you're going to want to make sure you have access to fresh water. And a place to go fishing. And that leads out of the neighborhood. Another house here. Let's see, which kind is that? This one is a small. SML. Well, sugar is in the game throwing heat. Don't mind me watching the Mets game. That's okay. Why would I mind? You are enjoying your game. You should enjoy your game. That's gotta be a deluxe. Yep, that's a deluxe. Now this house has to be dug right into the mountain. If you wanted a secure hobbit burrow, this is it. And pretty much looks very similar to Miss Vistula's house, except it's missing the extra bedroom in the back. And definitely does not have that interesting back area. You can buy a house anywhere in this game. I like that hobbit house. What, the one I'm running through right now? Or the one that Miss Vistula actually owns? You can. Now, there are the housing areas that come default with the game. There's one that's just outside of Mickledelvin. There is the Freeland housing. There is Dwarven housing on the Thorns Hall side of Eredluin. And there's... Oh. Okay. That was the sound catching up. And there's Elven housing on the Elven side of Eredluin. So those are the ones that you can get in-game with gold. But if you want any of the premium houses, like Lindleby is one of the premium housing neighborhoods, so do some quick. This house would cost $332 mithril coins or 14 housing writ. So we go into the LOTRO store. How much is our housing writ? Premium housing writs are 250 LOTRO points apiece. And you would need 14 of them. So you'd need math. I swear I can usually do it. 3,500 LOTRO points. Now you can grind in the game and get that many. But if you wanted to just buy them, 3,500. Well, the closest you could get would be 3,150 LOTRO points for $35. And then you could buy another 600 for another $8. So yeah, it would cost you about $40 to $43 if you didn't feel like grinding for the LOTRO points. Although grinding for LOTRO points is easy. You could do that in a few zones and get a house like that without spending a cent. So we have Lindleby, which is an absolutely lovely hobbit area. I am looking for something. Where is it? Oh, that way. So I need to turn around. Go in the water. That's really good. And I'm still going the wrong way. I need to go this way, right? Yeah. That would be a lovely little hobbit house. Right near a stream. Like I said, anything near running water, you imagine a hobbit would want. Because then they could go fishing. And free food is good. Oh. Nope, we don't want to go that way. Stable Master. That's where we want to go. And I went the wrong way again. Okay. Would be a flooding hazard, though. Well, I mean, you think about it. Miss Vistula's house is literally the back of her house is a giant pond with 4 waterfalls. Like I said, she never gonna want for water. In fact, she probably has the water right for the whole rest of the neighborhood. Ah, here. The housing area. So, you actually have an area where you can come. You have crafting. You have vault access. All the things you would want. So here's a housing broker where you can purchase a house, you can barter items.
Something, friend.
Currently the only thing you can barter for is premium housing writ, which she doesn't need to get. She already has a house.
Good day. How may I help you?
A healer, which has various and sundry potions, if she has coin. VIP rewards, which we don't need. The ambiance furniture, the housing furniture.
Good
So
day.
you can,
How may I
there are
help you?
some decorations you can buy. Or you can make some of them too. Like some of the bookcases and stuff you can make. There's all sorts of different things in here. Some of them I did buy to like decorate her market. Khajiit always has coin. Should ask if Khajiit is willing to part with coin and not 5-finger discount. Hey. Kind of surprised I don't see more here. Usually there's a banker. That's a provisioner. Well, maybe there isn't a banker in this one, which would be kind of odd and out of place. Mailbox. Oh, there's the auctioneer. So you can even do auction stuff here. But yeah. So you have your nice housing area where you can do most of your... Oh, wait. There it is. There's the banker right over here. So you Got your vault here, your auction house, your various vendors.
Hello there.
And from here we can go to a lot of places we shouldn't be going to. We could even go to Erebor if we wanted to, although we'd get ourselves stomped flat. We can even go to Edoras, although we'd get ourselves stomped flat. Lothlorien. Imlad Morgul. King's Gondor. Yeah, we could go to a lot of places where we'd get smushed like little bugs. Galtrev. That's not where I want to go. So we could actually hop from here to any of the other homesteads. So here's the Breland homestead. There's the Falathorn homestead. There's the Thorns Hall homestead. Abodes of Erebor. That's another one of the premium ones. Eastfold Hills Homestead is one of the two Rohirrim ones. Kingstead Meadows Homestead is the other one. There should be one for Gondor. Cape of Belfalas is the Gondorian one. Anyone you particularly want to look at? We have Gondorian, we have Rohirrim, we have two different dwarven ones, although the premium dwarven one is kind of neat. Okay, Rohirrim. So we have our choice for Rohirrim between Eastfold Hills and Kingstead Meadows. Which would you prefer to see? If I remember right, Kingstead Meadows is a little more upscale and Eastfold is a little more rustic. Eastfold? Okay. So, we will need a mithril coin to go there, but we can do that. And we need to get in there before we get smushed by anything. And we'll just pick a random neighborhood to enter, because we already had something coming after us. There was a red dot approaching us at high speed. I'm like, yep, I'm not staying out here to get smushed like a bug. Alright, get on your horse. Thank you. So this is one of the two Rohirrim neighborhoods. That was Spaceballs, the red dot. It breaks for nobody. It breaks when you go into housing, fortunately. Okay, no, this isn't a house. This is the housing neighborhood for this area. Or, yeah. So this is where your vendors are and everything. Right here. And that's the gate we came in from. The music in Rohan is beautiful. So, somebody apparently owns this one. I wonder if they've allowed people to come in. They do. They do allow people to go into their house. Some people do, some people do not. There are, technically, yes, but if they run out of housing for a certain area, all they do is add a new instance neighborhood. Oh, look! Puppy! Huh? Puppy! Hi, puppy! Puppy's almost as big as my hobbit. Somebody has some nice taste. I like... Whoa. Oh, except for that. General Talug's Armorer display. I wouldn't want to mess with that dude. The Mirror of Mordorith. That is one bad guy. So this is his trophy room. Nornwell's dress. Oh, I cannot pronounce her name. Noruhel's dress. Not much left of it. Arm of Lagmus. A dwarf drawbridge diorama. Well, since she was a bad guy and you had to defeat her, probably the dirt she's buried under. Fungal mushroom. Burnder's skull. That's kind of creepy. Adonian swords. Boy, this person. If we had to tour anybody's house, we'd pick the right one. Because this is somebody who apparently does plenty of instances in Raid. Morhun's gemstone. Stinger of Brumbereth. Gervon's head. Drums. Ivar's banner. As you can see, Ivar uses some pretty disgusting things as a banner. That reminds me of that sad tale about Celebrimbor being used as a banner by the Ark armies. Grasping Maw trophy. Okay, yeah, that's not something that I would want to meet anywhere. That's almost Lovecraftian in design. So, that was probably some sort of nameless abomination. Tentacle of Helchgom. Oh, no problem. So yeah, whoever this person is, they have definitely decorated in style. Banner of the Pass of the Dead. Black Book of Mordor. Nornuan's head. Harmonious Falcon perk, huh? Huh. Nice little reading area. Oh, I like that. Model Trader's Wharf ship. Ooh. How do I get my hands on that? I like that. That model ship is nice. That painting is the Gate to Moria. A little blurry. Painting of Mathiel. Map of Lothlorien. Got a nice kitchen down here. Very nice kitchen. Man, somebody has done a good job decorating. A destroyed model of Minas Tirith. Man. Statue of Candace. My buddy, why'd you have to go die? Hello, Spock. You're like, what? Probably the first thing you heard from me was, my buddy, why'd you have to go die? Talking about Candace. I just probably spoiled something for someone. This house, I'm loving the way they decorated this house. Nordic wanted to see the Rohirrim neighborhood, so I'm taking him on a tour through a random house. And this guy, or gal, did a fantastic job decorating it. Right down to having a full trophy room. Yeah, very nice. Ah, the Green Dragon Inn keg. Drink at your own risk. The Inn League Sinister keg, which can I use that? Might be best not to use it, considering it can take us places where she would get stomped like a little bug. Upstairs, because we haven't been upstairs yet. Oh, I like that. Harmonious planter in spring. So what is the upkeep on a house usually? Well, this is a premium house. I would have to check. If you're VIP, your premium houses don't cost anything to upkeep. If you're not VIP, then you have to... Oh, kitty! I thought I heard a cat. There. Give kitty pats. Even got one of these. Fireplace of the Dragon's Hoard. I love this thing. It's Smaug sitting on a mountain of treasure. And when you interact with it, Smaug lifts his head, breathes a little fire, goes back to sleep. Actually is one of the nicer looking housing designs that they've done. I enjoy killing drakes and dragonkin in LOTRO. And this must be the master bedroom. The Seer's Orb. Really nice bookcase. Really nice, that's a rich Gondorian sleigh bed. What's this? Bilbo's recommended reading? Whoa. This lectern holds a red book that Bilbo recommended to Bingo. Where do I get this? Okay, I'm seriously going to have to look this up because I want it. And Portrait of Normalith. And if you couldn't tell from looking at her, she is an elf maiden with a very, very sad tale. Okay. Look like you, but blonde. No, she? Not really. I mean, she's an elf. We can still hear the cat. Oh, the cat moved off the bed. Neat. Hi, kitty. Okay. Harmonious plant. You know what? I want to bet that this was a supporter pack reward. Because I've never seen that anywhere else. Which would kind of suck. Because it'd mean that I wouldn't be able to get it anyway. I like the dog. I think I have one of those. Not on her, but I have one of those. That is actually one of the more realistic looking in-game pets. Right down to the little wrinkly folds on the dog's leg. Okay, so we're going to move on and look at a little bit more of the neighborhood itself. Hopefully Nordic will be able to go back and watch me fawn over everything in there. Which I fawned over about half the stuff in there. No lie. Very well decorated. I was wondering when we were going to stop ice skating on my horse. Home of Irwinell. Okay, I don't think Irwinell likes having people visit, judging from the, what are those? Definitely not an explosive barrel. That's funny. That's funny. Oh. Nope. Promotion denied due to failure to pay upkeep. And I was going to do them a favor and pay their upkeep, but I can't. So, if somebody forgets to pay their upkeep, then the house gets locked out until they pay it, or until it goes into full foreclosure. I'm looking for a house that is for sale. Okay, keep going this way. Nope. Okay. Alright, I'm back. My Mets just won 2-1. Hey, congratulations. We just finished touring that house, but I did spend a little time there. You should be able to enjoy the replay of that. Enjoy me fawning over half the decorations in it. It was very well decorated. I just tried to tour another house, but because the person that owned it hasn't paid it in a while, I was not able to go in. This house has some nice stables. Nice gardens. See if they let us go in, or if they have it locked. Nope. They are going to let us go in. Oh yeah, I've done that, and it's not fun. You drink or eat something, goes down the wrong pipe. Okay, that tells a very sad story. We got this nice table with only one chair. Lost lore. I do not have permission to use that. Does not look like they've gotten around to doing a ton of decorating in this one. They do have their own forge in here, though. A model of Mount Doom. Nice. They have a workbench and a study. So they have their crafting down here. Very good. And right here, here's a War of Three Peaks map table. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, somebody else with a destroyed model of Minas Tirith. Can you imagine living in a city like this? Where it's all tiered and at the very top is where your king resides? A city big enough to hold probably what's a boatload of people for medieval times. Karas Galadon Mirror. Yeah, you're still hacking. Yeah, well, it does sometimes take a minute. Ooh, where'd these beds come from? Celebratory Umbari bed. Nice. Like it. Wonder what they were celebrating. Probably a marriage. And up here we have the bed of the weaving wood. I think I actually have one of these. The texturing could be better on that one. At least on the canopy. The rest of it's alright. So, another nice big house. Although not nearly as nicely decorated as the first one. Sorry about that. And who do we have here? A snowy bingo guest. Okay, so Bingo is standing here bringing the snow with him. I'm assuming this had to be from Yule. He don't look very happy. He does not look very happy at all about being cold. He looks too warm, to be honest. Well, I mean, aside from the snowstorm that followed him, he is in a warm place, dressed warmly. But he still did look pretty angry. You ever seen the movie Grumpier Old Men? I saw the first one, Grumpy Old Men, but I cannot say I've ever seen the second one. Tindariel, huh? So, another one that's already owned. I'm looking for one that's not owned, so I can answer Spock's question. But you can see these places look nice. Of course, they put a lot of extra effort into the houses that they were going to sell for LOTRO points. Jack Lemmon got kicked out by Anne Margaret, and he goes over to Mathal's house holding a pillow and a blanket, complaining he's cold. So Mathal opened the window and tossed him a box of matches. Can you imagine living in one of these places? That's funny. I mean, these places are nice. I like the aesthetics of that house. Yeah, well, sorry. Most of the houses in the Rohan neighborhoods look nice. Now this is a little one. Love the detailing on these houses. And once again, it's owned by someone. Now this is cute. Little bitty shrew house. Shrew mouse house. Looks like a little elven house. I don't think I'm going to find a house that isn't already sold in this neighborhood. Actually, that house is bigger than I thought it was. Remember what the shrew mouse said. Feed your head. That one looks like it's also in use. Up, that's the one we were at earlier. Okay, I think we just made a full loop. And I did not find a single one of these that was up for sale. Hello, Jimmy. We're just touring a Rohirrim neighborhood. Nope, we don't want to go that way. Actually, I think we're only about halfway around. It's just that one house is right in the center. Okay, so that must be the Mead Hall. That makes sense. The Mead Hall was the biggest of the houses in the Rohirrim neighborhood. Yeah, if you keep coughing like that, it certainly will be. Tea and honey. Yep, we've been there. That was the house I tried to go in. That they haven't paid their upkeep in a while. Alright, we're almost back to the housing area. Alright, I did not find a single house in this one that wasn't.
How can I be of service?
So do we want to go look at the other Rohirrim housing? Or do we want to look at something else, like maybe the premium Dwarven housing, which is definitely unique? Dwarven housing? Okay, let me find it. Abodes of Erebor. Now, I'm very fortunate that the entirety of this one is inside. Alright, so let's pick a random neighborhood. And of course, they all have weird sounding names like Agbosh, Cult, Agprognosod. Let's go to Frostby. Because I can actually pronounce it. Agbosh Cult. So this is the housing in Erebor. Alright, which way do we go in this neighborhood? Yeah, Frostby sounds like a Dwarven craft beer. That's funny. Alright, let's get on a horse. And we're going to be careful because you can, like, fall very, very far here. Very, very far. Although, if you look, if you ever wanted to swim in your riches, you can actually swim in a river of gold. Alright, enough being goofy. And actually, we should be polite and use a goat while we're in here. Because that is the Dwarven preferred conveyance. Now, I don't know my way around this one very well, so we're probably going to get lost a time or two. However, let's see if we can't find a couple of the more interesting houses here. There are a couple of very unique ones in this neighborhood. Homa Bangasha. Oh, they've got the fancy swan fountain. And the geode from Moria. I think this is the kinship house. Wow, we found the fanciest of them right off the bat. Can we go in, though? We can. Okie doke. So here is the interior of this. And again, we have somebody who is definitely decorating with small dome cage. What's that do? Doesn't nothing. Okay. Some trophies from various instances and mounted Wargwick candle. Nornwan's head. Arm of Lagmas. Cauldron. I love it. It just says cauldron. Does nothing. Hobbit snow globe. I wish we could do something with that. Oh, room just for the kitty cat. Hi, kitty. Pretty kitty. Sleeping. You're not sleeping, though. It's a sleeping brown cat. That cat's wide awake. What's this one? Cold Drake Trophy. Now that one is something they killed on the landscape and got a perfect carcass. And then you take it to the taxidermist and turn it into a trophy. A wheeled chair. Because, yes, they did add that to the game. I mean, it looks like a old style chair, so I guess it's not too out of place. Painting of Abcon Aban. If I remember right, that's the birthplace of Doran the Deathless. I can abon that painting. A Cardinal map table. Okay, I like that. That's the map table of Cardinal. I like that. A Jasper trophy on a pedestal. Never heard of that before. Something else I'm going to have to look up later. A danger sign. Random little danger sign hidden away in the corner. That's cute. Now we can go up, we can go down. Let's go down first. Painting of Zidir Nasad. Nice. Actually looks nice. And looks like we have a bunch of animals down here. We got a Yule Princess Rabbit. We have a Snowy Owl. Another Yule Rabbit. A Blue Peacock. An Alabaster Donkey. Very pretty. A present-bearing pet pony. Ah, he's cute. He is cute. Okay, somebody likes Yule. Because they have, like, all of the Yule globes. Very good. Person after my heart. I love the Yule Festival. Nothing in here. They've even got this place decorated with the Yule wallpaper. What the heck is that? Light green fungal bush. Okay. And that leads out. Got a couple of fishing trophies. Got a saber tooth trophy. More fishing trophies. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I really love the decorations, especially the rustic looking one. And this is just a random room that isn't decorated. Okay. I do really enjoy Christmas. In fact, I enjoy all the holidays of this time of year. So, you know, Halloween's coming up. I've got those Halloween stickers on Zazzle because I just really enjoy the holiday. And this is actually part of their house too. Snowy pine tree. This decoration, it is. Dispersed Anorian rubble. A training snow brawler. What? Invalid target. Okay. So it's just there for looks. I can't actually spar with it. But yeah, they have this private lower balcony. They said this kin house is extensive. Probably the biggest kin house ever in the game. These are some odd things to be in a dwarf's house. Well, I mean, the snowy stuff, not so much. You think about it. They are dwarves, so they're used to the cold in the mountains. And they clearly love Yule, because there's so much Yule decorating going on in here. Okay, they've changed the music up here. Blank canvas, huh? Object does nothing. You should be able to paint on that. Like, use one of your own screenshots to make a painting. That would be pretty awesome. Large map table. Yep, it's large. Large framed map of Eriador. So that's... see what we got. Eredluin, Foreshell, Evendim, the Shire, Freeland, Lone Lands, North Downs, Angmar, Misty Mountains, Etten Moors, the Troll Shaws. Yep, it's all there. And of course, somewhere in this little area here is Rivendell. Okay, I have to admit, the Hobbit painting in a dwarven house is kind of odd. Roast dinner plate. Somebody just left their food there. What the heck is this? Oh, is that a dwarf bed? Okay. And this is the upper balcony. So yeah, that is the kin house. And as I said, it is humongous. Okay, I go from choking and hacking up a lung to having intestinal cramping discomfort. I can't win tonight. Yikes. Of course, you might be having the cramping because you spent so much time coughing. Alright, out we go. I think we have done enough looking at their stuff. What's this? Chest of the Spider Queen. Okay, that's neat looking. No lie. Carras Gelibran Mural Alcove. Wow, say that 3 times fast. That's quite possible, too. Yeah. So I guess the kin name is Vangosha. But, yeah, many kudos for Ominous Pull. For how nicely done they've done that. This is Oakenshield Way. Because, of course, they're going to name at least one street here after Thorin. Let's see if I can find the other house I want to show y'all because it's getting kind of late. Oh, here's one that's for sale. So, to answer Spock's question after all this time, upkeep cost on a deluxe house would be 1 gold a week. So actually quite affordable. It's easy to grind a gold every week. I think the house I want is over here. No, it can't be over there because unless it's downstairs. How hard is it to get 1 gold? Not too terribly hard. If you're doing your quest and selling the vendor trash, especially up at the higher levels, it's pretty easy. Think that no, I don't think that's where we went. Home of Gruffins. We won't go inside this one, but I did want to take a look at. Oh, they have a small we're here at Callista. Adol Amroth Gazebo. Very nice. That actually, I know it's Gondorian, but it still kind of fit in the theme of a dwarven house. Some beautiful statues. Now that's very appropriately dwarven. Flooded Deep's champion. Flooded Deep's guardian. Is that a decoration? It is. Doran's stone. Look at that impressive beard. Nice. Okay. We're done looking at the exterior of that one. Now, back to looking for the specific one I'm looking for, because it is very different from the others. Like Fistula and her house that is different from the other houses. This one is also different from the other houses. If I can find it. Home of Tiny Order of the... What? Wait, what? Oh, wait a second. What? What would I say is my favorite Fantasy race? Probably the dwarves. Because they're so interesting. Huh. I did not know there was a whole garden in here. I like that. I guess even dwarves have to have their greenery. Looks like it is set up as a space for... Oh wait, is this part of the house? The heck? Is this part of this house? Oh wait. That house we looked at wasn't the Ken house. Was it? Heck, this is huge. The Stone of Aresh. Wait. What the heck is this? See, I have only been here once. So if this is what I think it is, this is the actual Ken house. Which means that other thing was just a deluxe house. So, holy smokes, if that's the case. Home of Tiny Order of the Mislaid Matham. The heck? Okay. I don't know what that was. I'm honestly not sure. Midsummer Garden Art. Wait a second. What the heck? I know, I keep saying that. I'm confused. I mean, what else is new? But I'm honestly confused. Okay, I can go down that way. Let's go back to what we were doing. Because I was looking for something very specific. I was not looking to get myself all turned around. I guess if you live in this neighborhood, you do eventually figure out your way around the place. You would have to, or else you would just forever be lost. Now there is a way. There's a level or two beneath that. Okay, we've looked at that one. I want to go down. Wait. I see it. I see the stairs down. And I would have never seen them if I hadn't gone to the other side and looked. Up, wrong way. that first step's a doozy. And yeah, no, I would not live here. As fascinating as this place is, these stairs would scare the ever-living crap out of me. Especially without railings. I'm not very good with stairs. Alright. Now we are down on the lower level. Somewhere in this place is a gigantic chessboard that people can actually use their characters to play a giant game of chess. I don't think anybody's ever used it. Just kind of sad. These dwarf statues are looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, getting lost. Don't mind me. I'm not finding this one I'm looking for, which is frustrating. And I would... There was only one place I've seen greenery at. And it wasn't the one I was looking for because I would recognize the house because it's got a very specific aesthetic. Okay, I need a map of this place. So we're in the middle. Uh-huh. Oh, I see the chessboard. Hold on. At least I'm pretty sure. It's the chessboard. It shows up as a chessboard on the map. I think. Or is that the doors out? Which I do not want to go out. I'm going to head off, not feeling all that great, and want to let my meds kick in. I shall catch your next stream. Alright, Nordic, you take care of yourself. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for keeping me company. You have a good night. Okay, I am not going to find this. It does not look like it, unless it's either up or down. Is that it? Hey, you're quite welcome. Appreciate you. If this isn't it, I'm giving up for the night, but I think it is. Ironfoot Gardens. Yep, we finally found it. Now can I go in? Too far away. Like I said, this dwarven house is unique. Not only does it have plants, but it's got crystals. Tons and tons of crystals. I'll be honest, if I was to pick a dwarven house, this would probably be the one. Treats doormat, apple goblins. Whoa, okay. A light from Gundabad. The allure of Umbar Barabel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. What just happened? I'm in Umbar. Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Wait. I gotta get a... this is not where I want to be. No, not my level 33 self. And I just found that, too. Well, we got a quick look at it. Now, I need to get myself out of here before I get into some serious trouble. Maybe not. We are in the middle of Umbar. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot. There are bad guys inside the cities. Yep, we do want to get out of here. Never mind. Before anything catches my attention, or I catch anything's attention. Yeah, because I've ridden through Umbar on my high-level character, and she was getting stomped. Okay, so we're back in Bree. Well, we got a glimpse of that one dwarven house, finally, before I stupidly clicked on things I shouldn't be clicking on. However, it is very late, and it's way past time for me to start getting ready for Monday. I do want to thank everyone who stopped by. Nordic especially. Again, I hope you feel better. Jimmy, I'm glad you managed to make it. Drive-by, who stopped in to say everything looked good. I always appreciate him for that. Spots, I'm glad you were able to come in. Everybody else who popped in and out, maybe stuck around for a bit, didn't say anything. I still appreciate y'all. But next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. And everybody on the Rumble side, I also appreciate you. But with all that being said, well, it is time to go get ready for Monday. So everybody have a great night. Have a wonderful Monday. And until next time, bye for now.